I've been meaning to go live, right? But I haven't had much time, so I'd rather just react.
Right.
Now, after doing the video yesterday concerning Govan Hernandez, or Hernandez Govan, however you want to say his name, I realized that I never reacted to the shooting video of young Dolph that just recently came out. So with that being said, I've noticed something about the video. Everyone's hyped about the video as if it's something new.
Facts. And before you even start saying anything, bro, supposedly, bro, they said the dude or the person that was behind the counter, bro, was also in on it, bro. So we finna get into something.
Remember when they dropped the first video from inside the cookie shop, which took them forever to do? And the only thing different in the second video was that we were able to see young Dolph this time. It's nothing different. And call me crazy, but this video seemed very Kanika Jenkins-ish, right? And by that, I mean edited. And if you don't know by now, like, what's going on with that situation, I don't have time to explain it.
We're not gonna get into that situation, bro. Nope.
Your research. But the video of Dolph looks edited, and I find it mighty strange how, to this day, the only video we've seen of this is the video from Makita's. Now, we know for sure that it was a small shopping area parking lot, which have other surrounding stores, such as a laundromat and a Family Dollar. So why has it been 4 years and we still haven't gotten any video pertaining to Dolph arriving from any other stores? The shooting, the suspects getting away, nothing other than what the police have shown us from inside Makita's cookie shop. And I'm starting to notice a pattern from King Von, YBC Duel, and just many others, to where right now, if you walk down the street and someone's shot in a busy area, you're going to have one or two things. You're going to have it captured on surveillance, especially if you're in a busy area, or you're definitely going to have bystanders snapping pictures or videos. How is it when it comes to these strange occurrences, we never see that? Speaking of surveillance, y'all remember when Makita's cookie shop issued a statement? Now, I think it was said that the surveillance cameras inside the cookie shop were off that day. So if that was the case, how did they get footage that we now see?
See, that's getting creepy.
And ain't it funny how if you go into a store right now, you're on surveillance, it'd be damn near 4K with today's technology. So why every time when it's a case like this, everything's blurry or grainy and hard to make?
Facts. Why is everything so blurry, bro? I know everybody got the top 4K cameras now. Like, hold on now. Hold on.
It's like we never get the complete thing. Why can't we see a full 4K video showing the alleged suspects straight drop in Cornelius shooting and Dolph inside all in one video? Now, another thing, for the OG members of the platform that's been keeping up with this young Dolph story and quote-unquote conspiracy, who else remembers when the conspiracy was going around that there was another shooter allegedly inside the cookie shop? And then people will start talking about this Maurice guy that allegedly was in the back of the cookie shop.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that caught my attention again as I watched the young Dolph video, and I'm going to explain why. Because when you look at the video that was released recently, which looks edited, I'm going to keep reiterating that, even when you compare the video that they released now to the one they released in 2024, for whatever reason, this one don't have color like the last one. And for whatever reason, last time they zoomed into the employee for whatever reason. But you could tell Dolph tried to run away, but it seemed like he had nowhere to go. Which is why he ran to the side, because if the shooters were coming from the front, why would Dolph run towards them instead of away?
Exactly.
Right? Why wouldn't he try to go to the back of the cookie store or run forward instead, unless he was cornered? I don't know. I'm just, like I said, in this video, I'm just going to point out what don't make sense instead of trying to put a theory out there. I just want to see what y'all think about it, man. So let's get into it. But before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you see coming.
Okay. So that's Dolph right there, man. RP to him too,
Could you see who was inside of the cookie store from Once you got out of the car?
Oh, once we pulled in, that's when I saw young Dolph like close to the glass, like he gonna bag up. That's when I thought where he was at, like location in the store, where his location was and stuff.
Now, I want y'all to pay close attention to this guy right here. I forgot his name. Some say it was his bodyguard, some say it was his brother, whoever. But pay close attention to him and the employee. Right? Watch this.
Is this the person to which you're referring?
Hold on,
Yes,
dog.
ma'am.
Look at this. Now pay attention, right? At 12:22:28, he looks this way. At 12:22:28, he looks this way. At 12:22:36, they struck. Right? Now I know you're probably wondering why I'm pointing that out. I just want you to pay attention, right? Now, once again, at 12:22:28,
And that's only 7 seconds later.
Ladies and gentlemen,
12:35, right? So let's do simple math.
7
here.
seconds.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. That's 7 seconds.
Right.
So within 7 seconds, you mean to tell me this man, he looked back, and then he looked back this way, and didn't see nothing going on?
Was that
But I ain't
you?
gonna lie, you started busting that whole item though. I gotta keep it a stack. He seen what the play was. He backed up, pulled his blick on, and he started chasing him down with it. Then he went to the car to get an AK or Draco too and started, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro.
Yes, man.
You chased him out.
Shooting his ass.
Alright, now let's pay attention to something else.
To which you're referring?
Yes, ma'am.
Here's what I don't get either, right? He looks this way, he looks back. You mean to tell me that we already counted 7 seconds and you didn't see them guys out there? You didn't think to pay attention outside rather than turn back around and just glance or gaze into whatever he's looking at? Right? But then watch his reaction as the shots go off. Watch this.
Was that you?
Now you pay. Here's my thing. I don't know about y'all, right? But if you ask me, if you see how close he got, right? Watch this. You see the feet. He's right there. How was nobody hit? How straight drop Cornelius? How none of them was hit? And he was this close. But another question is, how was it that, because I don't know, listen, in Memphis, you don't know what to expect.
Facts, bro.
I find it hard to believe that these two guys knew that Dolph was with somebody that potentially was there to secure him and make sure he's good. And they only shot young Dolph and never shot him, no matter how close they were. And clearly he visibly had a weapon. So you mean to tell me they just aimed for Dolph and didn't hit him? Keep in mind, they had Dracos. So either these guys are some sharp shooters, or I don't know what's going on. You can't tell me that these guys are firing from outside. Nobody got grazed, nobody got shot. It was just all young Dolph.
I don't know,
Was
bro.
that you?
Look, pay attention to the footsteps. See that? Right there. He's right here. This is literally 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 steps away. None of them thought to shoot him You mean to tell me he's right there and he was allegedly shooting and he didn't hit not one of them?
Oh no, bro.
Was that you?
Yes, man, it was me that ran up, shooting his ass.
I don't know, dog. He chased him down, dog.
So also, right, we pay attention to the employee. The employee knew something was coming.
Okay, she was inside the store.
Watch this.
Is this the person to which you're referring?
Yes, ma'am.
The whole time, it looked like she's baiting. Then she looks up. Right? Then she looks up. At this point, she's locked in. He's still gazing at it ain't that much stuff on the menu. But here's another thing that I found ironic. I don't know about y'all, but for my color folks, we know that when we see somebody run, we don't ask questions, we run too. You mean to tell me that this girl was sitting at the register? She's the employee. She zipped away. I'm talking about ran away. And he stayed there until shots was fired. He didn't think to run, no nothing. Watch this. She's gone. He stayed there. Look. Come on, y'all. Now, once again, I told y'all I'm not trying to, no conspiracy theory, no none of that.
Right.
I just want to point out things that don't make sense. Right? It doesn't make sense. Just think of yourself right now. If you was at the supermarket or deli, wherever, and you see somebody at the register who is a worker, an employee, just zip out of nowhere and run towards the back, you think you want to just sit there?
Fast, I'm running too.
The first instinct you're going to have is to run, or you're going to be like, what the you going to look behind, like, wait, hold on, why is she running like that?
Right. I mean,
You
that's
either
basically what he did, though. Hookah. He did turn around and see what was going on. He backed up and put his lick out. But you know what I'm saying? You could be right, though, gang.
gonna one, run two, or two, you're gonna wonder why she ran and you're gonna look around like maybe she bugging. He didn't do none of that. Look.
Well, I see what he mean because he did wait till the shots go off, though. I see what he mean, though. I see you coming from hookah.
She looks up, she sees it. Now, I guess they say Dolph was on the phone, so maybe he wasn't paying attention neither. But like I said, or these weird angles, it's like they give a little, right? Because why can't we see the whole thing? Why is this cut out? Why can't we see Govan and Cornelius straight up? Look at why does surveillance look like this? Why I could barely make out who this is. The only way you know this is Dolph is because he's tall, dark skinned with a PRE chain. For all we know, that could be my cousin. You see what I'm saying? And I know we laugh at that, but once again, like I said, when you think back to the Kanika Jenkins situation, right? And you hear about the editing of the videos then, at this point in life, you never know what to believe.
Exactly. That was crazy.
I just find it hard how this man was right here in the front. And remember, Makita's is not big at all. Like, this is nothing. So you mean to tell me he didn't think to try to, like, maybe run back here by the counter or something? But then again, you know, to his discretion, I guess, you know, it's no telling what you would do in the heat of moment of somebody shooting, right? But then again, like I said, unless maybe he was cornered because something came from the back. I don't know. But watch this. Keep going. Look. He's standing there. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 4 seconds.
Was that you?
Yes, man, it was me that ran up, shooting his ass.
And he mean to tell me he didn't hit nobody.
That's crazy.
And you know another thing that was kind of weird? I don't know. Maybe he went to the car. But if y'all remember that picture that went viral, he had like a big Drake or something. And he was following. See, this is another thing that don't make sense, right? Because remember that picture how close he was to the car?
Yeah.
And he had that big Drake. How is it that he was that close but didn't shoot?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
When they found the car, it was no bullet. It wasn't no bullet holes in the in the glass. The glass wasn't shattered. None of that. Why not? You see how close he was? He chased the car but didn't shoot. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, something is just weird. I can't put my hand on it, but this is why instead of doing a conspiracy thing like y'all say, I just rather point out the things that don't make sense and let y'all come to your own conclusion. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I do find
I don't know what to say. Let me see what he got to say.
it funny too, if y'all remember CEO Bobby. How ironic, he was exposing everything. He told us that allegedly Makita's cookie shop was in on this whole thing. Remember, he exposed the DMs, the whole 9 yards.
I'm done.